throw again later. I'll let everyone else throw and then I'll throw after. Yeah, like really quick. What'd you get on my first one? She got 99.
Good morning again.
Good morning again.
Just got 99.
We'll see. Yeah, we'll see you tonight as well.
Tonight as well, but
Yeah.
tomorrow I think you're playing at the club.
We are.
We're playing here. That's the draw.
Yeah.
We have to be together. Big win last.
Yeah. Phew. Yeah. Yeah. We didn't expect getting 3 at the end there.
Yeah,
So.
well, I didn't see the end. So it was a talk and the result. Going up.
Yeah, Chantal helped us a little bit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And then Teresa made a really great shot in her last one. So. Like, look at the finish is just wild today. Like, more than before. More than before. Okay, so we're gonna have to take, Mary Sue, you're gonna have to take it outside the 12-foot. The curl this morning is, yeah.
Okay. So like a 90 probably, eh?
They have that I'm throwing second, right?
Yeah, I think Ford has it. He's like, you need to indicate this. I know.
Anybody have any gum? I'd love a piece of gum. Thank you very much. All I can taste is my muffin. Thank you.
406, you said?
Good luck.
Oh, no.
So a 90.
Good to see you too.
Yeah.
Is it fun?
Oh, it's always fun, especially when you get to play in the arena.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's the
Curl.
best part.
Oh my God. Oh, yeah, the curl on this side. I love that.
Yeah.
Predictable.
Yeah.
You made me kind of
I am kind.
Nothing yet. Oh, there maybe. Got it.
Hello. Hi. Yep. How we making out? Speak. It's 8:30 in the morning, Nick.
8:30. He wants loud.
Yeah. That's about as good as.
Hey there, everybody. Welcome back to the Mariners Center, Yarmouth, Nova Scotia. Day number 3 of competition. This is a big day today. There's going to be 4 draws on here at the Mariners Center today and at the Curling Club. This morning, 8:30 draw, we have Team Manitoba and Team Nova Scotia Women's. You see Manitoba is 1-1 and Nova Scotia is 3-0. So Manitoba's going to be looking to put a loss on to Nova Scotia here this morning, move themselves up the standings.
It's time to get this party started. Let me introduce you to the teams participating on sheets A through E. Let's start in
Teams are just being announced now.
Make some noise to welcome Team Manitoba. Let's hear it for Team Saskatchewan, Romeo Stones. Over on sheet B, Romeo Stones, please make some noise for Team Alberta. Romeo Stones, Team British Columbia. Right here, sheet C, this is a televised game. There, you can see the guys up in the booth, they can't hear me, so we can say anything we want about them. So let's start this one with the teams on sheet C. Romeo Stones, let's hear for Team Manitoba. Romeo Stones, let's hear for Team Nova Scotia. Over on sheet D, Romeo Stones, with 3 participants in this morning's draw. Yes, we can. Let's hear for Team Northern Ontario. Northern Yellowstones, let's hear for Team Quebec. And last but certainly not least, way over there on sheet E, Northern Stones, let's hear for Team Prince Edward Island. Northern Stones, Team Yukon. All right, brothers, just get this. The size is going to be yours. Good luck. Good curling. Let games begin.
Yeah, that's our MC for here, Stu Brown, and I'm not sure what he sounds like at your place, but I'm sure he sounds like he's in people's living rooms.
It's been really nice to get to know Stu and the representatives at Everest here this week, putting on a great event.
We're on the big screen.
Yeah, so we're back on the feature game here with Team Nova Scotia at 3-0 and Team Manitoba 1-1. Team Nova Scotia is going to have first rock here. Manitoba won the hammer by virtue of their last rock draw the button during practice. I know watching Team Nova Scotia last night, they were not afraid to mix it up at all. They were probably the first end. I bet you there were 12 rocks in play. This would be the lead, Julie McMullen. She's throwing an out-turn draw top of the 4-foot.
Line's good. Good.
And there it is, right on the button.
Draw weight was hard to find in our game yesterday, so be looking forward to a more offensive game today.
We have the lead for Team Manitoba, Tracy Agonia.
Yep. Yep. Right up. All the way, guys.
She's playing the out-turn hit on that rock.
Throw, Trace.
She hits it. Rolls to the 8-foot on the side. And Team Nova Scotia's fairly happy here to exchange some stones. They're going to play the out-turn hit.
Whoa. Yep, yep. Yep. Right up, Teresa. Yep. Right up. Right up, Mary Sue. Good.
And Julie hits that rock and rolls out. So Team Manitoba will get a chance to try out some draw weight here. She's going back to that same side.
Both teams seem pretty content with a clean
Line's
open
good.
end while they get used to the ice.
Whoa, then. Whoa.
Warming up on this cool, crisp Yarmouth morning. -1 out this morning. Lots of frost.
It was a bit crisp out there this morning, wasn't it?
It was.
It's good, Trace.
But it's supposed to go up to 8 degrees later on here by noontime, so. And sunny, so. Another fine day here in Yarmouth. Not much wind, which would be good for those lobster fishermen coming back in with their first catches of the season.
Yeah, we seen a couple boats leaving the harbor last evening at about 12:30 in the morning. So, going out to pull their first pots. So, the teams had a great day yesterday, experiencing opening dumping day at District 34.
Helen makes the takeout on that rock in the 8 foot, rolls back to the center line, back 8 foot.
Whoa, lots of room right now. Tracy?
Second stone, Brenda Walker with her first.
Okay. That's okay. That's okay. We're close, but I don't think so.
Yeah, and
We seen that a bit yesterday with the up weight that they ran a little bit straight.
yeah, and they're still giving plenty of ice. It's so Teresa Breen. So it's trying to follow along the Team Nova Scotia and their positioning here, because Helen Radford, who throws second stone, actually holds the broom, and Teresa Breen is the skip. She's the one who throws the fourth stone.
Oh, it's faster.
And Helen comes back into the button, so they have one in front of the other here. Button and back 8 foot.
Nova Scotia looking for the force here in the first end. Maybe get hammer and get something started.
Yep. Straight up. Hard, guys. Hard, 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 hard.
The hit here.
Good.
Hits it on the other side, rolls out. So Nova Scotia still lying 1, and we'll be going to the first rock of the end by the mate Mary Sue Radford. Mary Sue and Helen are sisters.
Friends of yours, aren't they?
Yeah, I've known Helen quite a while. We used to be on the Nova Scotia Curling Association board together. Now I'm back in Yarmouth, and she's working with Curl Canada. So,
Seems like a fair trade.
well, you get to keep me.
Whoa. That didn't move as much. Nice weight.
And then back into the top 4 foot with that stone. So Team Nova Scotia sitting 2.
Throw 10.
I'm not sure if we really announced who we were this morning. My name's Nick Hilton. I'm president of the Yarmouth Curling Club, and on the host committee here for the 2022 Everest Seniors Curling Championships, and I'm joined by Aaron Sweeney, also on the board of the Yarmouth Curling Club, and a big reason why we're all here today.
There was Wanda Ranka. She stuck around this time, so we're going to be. So Team Nova Scotia will be looking to hit that to sit 2 again.
Do you
Turn hit.
Do you think Nova Scotia will be happy to give them one, get the hammer, get things rolling?
I think anytime if you can give them, force the other team to 1, and in the first end while you're still learning the ice, it's because we had talked about, we weren't sure exactly how that center ice might react differently than some of the outside ones. We have one that's 2 of these sheets are on a wall, or one's up against the stands, one's up against the wall. So as you get further away from that, whether that's going to play a different role. in how that ice reacts.
Just being out with the athletes over the last couple days, I've heard nothing but good things about the quality of ice here in the rocks.
Curl. Switch and go. You have to go.
The ice crew here, brought in from Curl Canada, has done a wonderful job transforming Mariner Center from a hockey rink into a 5-sheet curling rink.
It's good.
Team Manitoba went with the draw there, and they came up beside the Team Nova Scotia Stone. So they are sitting one, however. So Teresa Breen, who throws fourth for Team Nova Scotia, will be going down and playing an intern hit at that.
Yeah, that's interesting. With both rocks behind the tee line, no harm in trying to freeze one on and see if you can score two. Feeling pretty good about it.
Good.
Yep, and Team Nova Scotia hits, rolls over to the center line to sit 3. I think Team Nova Scotia is looking for some big things out of this event. I don't think they're going to be satisfied with anything less than a podium finish.
Yeah, it's an exciting day for us, you know, being here in Nova Scotia. Both teams undefeated, men's and women's. So looking forward to seeing the next couple days where they can place themselves going into the playoffs.
Actually, didn't think you were gonna roll that fast.
We also have on ice one undefeated men's team, Team Saskatchewan. They've been playing really well together since they arrived, so lots of exciting teams here today.
Yep. Whoa, Dan. Whoa.
She's got lots of weight on this one there, Terry Ursel does. Makes a double, but she rolls out.
A little more than I meant to throw.
They go on far side, just.
Yeah, they're gonna spread them out some, I assume.
Yeah.
Draw.
Do you want to go here?
Yeah.
Pretty even end by both teams.
Looks like Teresa's made this one as well. Just going to try to even those up, make sure there's no double. And I think she's done a great job of that. Going to leave Team Manitoba their choice is do a hit or a draw. I think they're going with the draw. They'll need a good piece of the 8-foot with their stone in order to score their point with the hammer.
So 90.
Yeah, it feels good.
This is the Manitoba skip, Terry Ursel.
Oh,
Easy, guys. Yep, keep going. Gonna curl. Yep, it's out there. Hard, guys, it's out there. Hard. Right to the tee line, guys. Right to the button. Right to the button. There. Right to the button.
great shot
Yep,
One red.
for their one.
it's a piece of the button.
1-0 Manitoba.
Okay, so after one, we've got Team Manitoba 1, Team Nova Scotia 0. We'll be right back after this break.
The Curling Cares calendar is back for 2023. 25 curling athletes from 7 different nations are raising money for various charities. Support them by purchasing yours today at curlingcares.com.
And we're back. Just looking here across the sheets. Men's game. Team Manitoba, Team Saskatchewan. Blank the first end. Team Manitoba hold hammer into the second end. And the other games are still finishing the first end here. So we have the lead for Team Manitoba, Tracy Agonia. Throwing her out turn.
Line's good. Switch and go. Switch if you have to. Like.
Back into the house. A little
way,
surprised they didn't go with a guard. Was she heavy? I didn't see the original call.
I think she's just as happy. They're just as happy to keep this nice and clean as well.
I think you mentioned Nova Scotia wasn't afraid to mix it up, so makes sense to try to keep it clean for a couple ends so you get your feet under you.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised by the tactics more by Team Nova Scotia. Watching them last night, this is almost like a total reversal over what they had done last night.
Okay.
Julie hits and rolls out on that one. Oh, she is asking for another one into the house.
On sheet D, we have Team Quebec, who's also undefeated in the men's division, up 2-0 on Al Hackner in Northern Ontario. Quebec is going to be a difficult team to beat this week.
Next way, Trace.
Control.
Yeah, Julie's looking to play the out-turn hit on this one again.
Yep. Hard.
This Manitoba Rock was the full 8-foot.
Hard. Every bit, every bit, every bit, Marisa.
This one's over curling a bit. Oh, does catch a piece of it. Hits and rolls out.
Teresa.
Nova Scotia lead making both shots, but you can tell there's a lot of curl there this morning. Just catching a piece of both stones.
Top 4.
She said lots of frost on that side. My broom was covered. Yeah.
Hold down.
I gave you less ice on the second one? Yeah.
Start to curl. It is curling, guys.
Yeah. Oh, the weight looks
It's
good.
coming down nice. Yep.
That's just a little bit of a fresh path, that's all.
Other games here, we have another ladies game. We have Team PEI, scores 1 in the first end over Yukon Territory. And Team British Columbia women score 1 against Team Alberta. Take a 1-0 lead into the second end. Okay, so I would say we're going after them here a little bit. Team Nova Scotia, the Team Manitoba Stone went to the back of the 8-foot. So,
Right on the dairy
Yep.
Team Nova Scotia is going to put up a corner guard here. Yeah, it's corner guard. Might be a little further out towards the wing than what they were hoping, but Team Manitoba is going to go up and try to rip it off. So.
You guys, they're hitting there. They're hitting there. They're hitting there.
Quite a really defensive
Her berm was
game,
way over,
hitting
so I just
this corner guard, really.
Roll it over to center. Go. Right to center.
Well.
Right to center.
I guess they did get a center line guard out of it.
Yeah. Yeah, and now Team Nova Scotia is going to go around that guard. So
Do you want to run and... Why don't we hit and roll for a corner?
I'd say the hitting is. Oh, now they've changed that. Now they're going to
Get the back one at the same time.
they're going to hit the center guard and try to roll back for a corner guard.
Hoping to catch a piece of the back one along the way.
No, hit and stuck right there. Nose hit.
Yeah, I didn't throw that very well.
It's a break for Team Manitoba. Now they can go around that center guard.
Only good news for Nova Scotia is they have replaced their stone at the front of the house in case they need to run it back.
Whoa then. Whoa. He's got to curl a pile yet. Whoa.
Just the first stone for third, Wandarenka.
That's fine.
She's gone a little deep as well. Kind of formed a pocket there at the back of the 8-foot, which they won't be that happy with.
Oh, there it is. Sorry, no worries.
Team Nova Scotia is going to go around this and around that guard. Perhaps not freeze all the way back down to it, but top 4 foot behind that center guard.
First real chance for Nova Scotia to get on the offense. So.
That seems to be way out there.
A little bit heavy, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that one's sliding through the house. So missed opportunity there.
Line's good. Needs curl. Switch and go.
Team Manitoba's going to take their run at getting one behind that guard.
Still a little bit wide, though. It's going to be wide open.
Nice weight.
Yeah, it was good weight, but it is wide open on the out-turn side.
Nice weight. I don't think so.
Mary Sue with her first.
Just again, it's my touch.
It's her second,
Second?
actually. Yeah, we're down to the last mate's rocks.
I haven't figured out my Radfords yet.
You know?
They're a family of curlers, that's for sure. I hit that one, made a double, sat right there. I think I had seen some of the families are coming down, and they're some other members of the family, good curlers as well.
Warm out here, eh?
Daughters and nieces.
Even I could take a
Just nice weight.
today.
Curling definitely is a family sport. You can see that here this week with numerous family members from across Canada joining their teams. Had the opportunity to meet a few of them. We attended the opening day ceremonies or opening day dumping day at the lighthouse yesterday morning for, like I said, LFA 34, our local lobster fishery. Team Saskatchewan and Team Ontario got up at 5 a.m. and traveled out to the lighthouse to see all the boats leave the harbor. So kind of a neat experience for people that don't get to see you know, the ocean or the fishery every day. So it was a great day.
Nothing bored here.
So we've got Team Manitoba made the hit on that rock. They stuck around, so they're sitting 2. One at the top 8 foot, one at the back 8 foot. Teresa Breen's coming down. She's going to be playing the hit on the top one.
So by making this hit, you're pretty much conceding your one, or hoping to get one, I should say. Limiting yourself, maybe. I don't think you can get underneath with this shot.
No, it doesn't look to be so. I mean, it's certainly a dangerous stone where it's sitting right now. You wouldn't want to be leaving that right there for a tap or anything. Want to make sure you score.
Mary Sue!
No. A little bit wide.
Julie!
Just catches a corner and pushes to the side, but not out. So Team Manitoba still sitting 2, but not behind the center guard any longer.
Yeah. Super straight. What's that?
Giving Manitoba an open shot, though, to try to bury one top 4. Making Team Nova Scotia's last shot a little bit more difficult.
Definitely.
One thing to have to draw the 4 foot, another thing to have to do it against 3.
Does seem to make a difference at times.
Mental game.
Yeah.
Roll, guys, if you can.
Curling definitely does use a lot of your
Tracy, you're in.
She
mental
looks,
strengths.
Just you, Trace.
looks wide, so
Still not
hoping
curling.
for Team Nova Scotia that it will be wide open.
Still not curling.
They're finding it a little straighter out there. A little later coming over. So that's on the tee line, and it is wide open. So an open hit for Team Nova Scotia to tie this game up at 1 apiece.
Just through this shot, though, so it'll be interesting to see if they figured out the ice or if it reacts in the same way.
Yeah, they don't have to overthrow this rock, that's for sure.
Any amount of weight, and that's going to run straight.
Yep! 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 Hard! Yep, you got it. Okay, clean.
Sounds good.
Sweet, Julie.
Yep,
Looks
makes
good.
the hit underneath onto the button. So Team Nova Scotia scores 1. So after 2 ends, we're all tied up. Manitoba and Nova Scotia women tied at 1 apiece. We'll be right back after this break.
The Curling Cares calendar is back for 2023. 25 curling athletes from 7 different nations are raising money for various charities. Support them by purchasing yours today at curlingcares.com.
And we're back.
I'll give you the outturn.
Just looking here across some of the ices. Second end, Team Manitoba scored 2 against Team Saskatchewan. So Team Manitoba up 2-0 over Team Saskatchewan on ice A. And that's the only other game that we've got. We're moving right along here in our feature game here this morning.
Not a lot of offense, but good shot making.
Maybe a little different here this morning. I heard one of the skips was talking about frost on the ice, and maybe with the early morning draw here today, earlier than it has been, that might play a factor into this game. Because today's games, we have games at 8:30, 12:30, 4:30, and 8:30 tonight. So there's, if you're going to make your move, today's a great day to do it. probably see some separation between a lot of those teams that are at the top and the bottom here after today.
Yeah, just today and tomorrow round robin games left, and then they look for seeding going into Thursday. So
and Julie McMullen able to put up the center guard.
we're almost midweek here at the Everest Seniors Championship. Hard to believe. Seems like we just started.
Yeah. I think it's going to come down. It's coming down. It's good. Right back, right back, right back, right back. Keep going, keep going.
When we hosted the 2017 Canadian Mixed, this was kind of that time of the week where you teams would start to get serious. Like, you couldn't get them out in the evening. They were in contention. They strongly kind of stayed back at the hotel, got the rest, and focused on winning a Canadian championship. Worlds being in Korea, no time like the present to make that move.
Right on.
Yep. Whoa, 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 whoa.
And Team Manitoba had just ignored that guard, drew to the side of the house, and Team Nova Scotia's hit it. So now we have one on the wing for Team Nova Scotia, half in the 8 foot, and one center guard. Now Team Manitoba's going to try to hit that rock in the 8 foot.
Whoa! 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 Brenda? Hard, hard, hard. That's good.
Hits and rolls out. So Team Nova Scotia will get a chance to use that center guard now.
Nice throws.
Nope.
Yep. Teresa's asking Helen to go around that center guard
Yeah.
with her out turn.
Must be something about the center sheet. Not a lot of rocks in play in the games that I've watched. You look around the arena and they have all the rocks in play on other sheets.
Yeah, and here we are watching Northern Ontario team Al Hagner, and they're playing with 3 players this morning. Not sure what's going on there, but they are playing with 3 players this morning.
Yep, go, go, go. Yep, go, go, go. Right back, right back. Good sweep.
Team Nova Scotia with the rock almost completely buried. Maybe get something started.
Yep, now Team Manitoba's going out and going to try to run that guard.
Whoa! Hard. Right up. Hard, hard, hard. That's good, that's good, that's good. We're not sticking around. Good.
And they peel that center guard. So
Tight.
believe they're looking for a guard on top of that as opposed to a tap.
I think it's plenty. I think it's plenty. Get it to center.
Yeah, and a nice tight guard there, protecting their stone.
Covering just enough that Manitoba feels the need to play the guard.
Yeah, so Team Nova Scotia's doing what they want right now. They're getting Team Manitoba to waste some stones and to play defense.
Hard! Hard, hard, hard. Hard, 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 hard. Oh. Okay.
Wow. A little bit.
You're up.
over curled and missed the guard. Opportunity for Nova Scotia here to put a little bit of pressure on Manitoba.
Come this way.
In other games on sheet B, Team British Columbia scored 1, the women's team, so they're up 2-0 over Team Alberta. Yukon Territory women scored 1 in the second end, so they tied it up with PEI at 1 apiece. And Al Hackner's Northern Ontario rink scored 2 to tie that game up at 2 apiece, playing in 3.
Room! Room! Room!
Team Nova Scotia goes around both of those stones, makes a nice shot there. And buries 3/4 of that rock behind the guard. So now they're sitting 2 behind that 1 center guard.
Yeah, hard.
Yeah, that was a well-placed stone by Nova Scotia.
Right up. Right up, right up, right up. That's good.
Team Manitoba peels the guard off, leaving 2 Nova Scotia rocks in the rings. I'm sure they'll go out and protect those again. Yep. Asking Mary Sue to put a guard back on top of those.
Might be a little bit heavy coming into the house, we think.
Yep. 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 Okay.
Unfortunately, that probably gives Manitoba a way out of this.
I didn't want to line anything up in the back. Oh my god, all I can smell are french fries.
Right on the nose.
All we can smell is your food. All we can smell is your food.
Yep. Hard. Whoa. 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 Yep. Whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Playing the hit and playing the double, and it doesn't quite get that second yellow rock out, but they did stay in the top 12 foot. So Team Nova Scotia's only sitting 1 now, side of the button. See where the call goes from here, whether it's a hit or a guard. And it is.
Team Nova Scotia coming into the house with that last that last guard really changed the end. So we're going from looking at a steal to maybe Manitoba just being able to take their 1.
Whoa! Whoa!
I mean, they could hit this rock and roll over in front of their own. I think the plan is just to make it go away first. Oh, drove it onto their own, the 4 foot. Well, they didn't take it out though. They're still sitting 2, both in the back 12 foot.
Yep.
Team Manitoba's going for the draw here.
Good job splitting the house.
Try to draw down to it. Does it look like too much ice?
Terry made a similar draw in the first end, so feeling like she might be comfortable with this shot.
It's not heavy, so I'd sweep it all the way, guys. Tracy's in all the way. All the curling hard. Switch and go, switch and go, switch and go.
I'm gonna curl hard now that it's.
All the way. Line's really good. Go, go, go.
It's curling on her.
Hard. Gotta go, guys. Hard, hard, hard. Line's really good. Keep going. Keep going.
Yeah, she is shot rock.
Yeah, yeah. It runs pretty straight here.
Thanks.
Good draw there by Terry. To force Teresa into a hit.
Is that in turn or out turn that they're asking for? I know, silly question, but it does run.
Okay, it's an out turn.
I would have thought it would curl more than that.
It's a good point. When we were looking at these rocks in the house here, if we get another view of it, looks like the easier way of hitting that would have been to play the other side and, you know, even pick it out and leave those same two rocks there.
You'd think this would create a risk of a jam, but across the face, so.
Did jam it, but still sitting two. Yeah,
It was a really good shot.
must be a preference for them because
That was a hard shot.
yeah.
Yep.
You would have jammed and rolled out all at the same time.
Same
The blank
kind of
end comes back into play.
Yeah.
And really, if you're Nova Scotia at this point, getting the hammer back down by one is a win. They're playing well enough they could score a few points in the next end.
What's that? Yeah.
Added a little. Easy. Easy. Added. Whoa, Trace. Whoa. Just clean.
I don't mind calling something, and then you guys saying no. I don't care. I don't care.
Just drawn into the whole house here. It's a little hot, but does stop.
Bit much.
One red. Yep.
Sorry, guys. Little big ad there.
Yeah, one red there, so Team Manitoba takes a 2-1 lead over Team Nova Scotia. We'll be right back after this break.
The Curling Cares calendar is back for 2023. 25 curling athletes from 7 different nations are raising money for various charities. Support them by purchasing yours today at curlingcares.com.
And we're back. Nick Hilton and myself, Aaron Sweeney, here with you this morning, broadcasting the game between Team Manitoba and Team Nova Scotia here at the Mariners Center in Yarmouth, Nova Scotia. Nice clear skies out there today. A little cool this morning, but it's supposed to warm up here over the next couple hours.
The teams have enjoyed the weather here this week. Some of them in their off time have even made it out for a round of golf. So they're enjoying their time here at the seniors and making the most of the opportunity.
It's still too cold for me to be out golfing.
Me too.
Yeah.
Yeah, guys. Yep.
Okay, we got Team Manitoba's going back into the house again here, trying to throw an out-turn draw into the top of the 4-foot.
Gonna have to go.
Looks like they're going to make Team Nova Scotia figure out their own offense. They're not going to provide any help in that way. Make them gamble a little bit. Julie McMullen
No, then.
playing the draw here, so now they're ignoring that stone, going for the
quite a bit.
corner guard. but that slid a little too far here as well. I think we're just biting the top of the rings. So Team Manitoba is going to go and try to hit that.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Hard B. Right up. That's good. That's good.
On sheet D, I see undefeated Quebec with a draw for 4 against Northern Ontario in the men's division. Would take a commanding lead, 6-2 lead if he makes it.
Yeah, and on Julie McMullen's going to go back to another corner guard here after Team Manitoba hit that one that was in the top of the 12-foot and rolled out.
Right on the logo. Yep. Yep. Right up. Yep. Right up. Yep. Right up. Yep.
Well, Julie's had pretty good weight here so far today.
Good sweep.
Right around it. I mean, the last one did slide into the house by a few inches, but she's within a couple feet of what she's been looking for every shot, it seems like.
I like that because it's a tough field.
Now we have Brenda Walker for
I like that because it's a tough field.
Team Manitoba.
Seeing a few more rocks in play this end.
Yeah, well, with that 5-rock rule, they were not able to hit that corner guard, so.
Looks like lots, actually.
They're drawn back into the house again by the looks.
Oops, right.
Maybe a little tap on their own.
That's good. Hey, B.
Yeah, a little bump.
Yeah.
And Team Nova Scotia is going to play the hit and roll, see if they can get a rock behind that corner guard they just put up.
Whoa! Whoa!
Wow. Made the double, and it spun back in over in the corner behind that red rock that Manitoba had hit and rolled out with, hit and rolled off the rings. It's directly behind that, so that's on a, that Nova Scotia rock's in a bad spot for Manitoba.
Yeah, they were concerned. They were talking about playing that run on that outside guard, like, and they are outside. That would have been difficult to keep rock on track.
Yeah, it's 4 inches off the wall.
Hard. Okay, well, roll it away. Roll it away. That's good.
They hit the corner guard instead.
That easily could be Nova Scotia's second point, yeah.
Yeah, they're just going to draw to the opposite side here. Keep this simple.
Keep playing to the open side and be really hard to hit and roll far enough over to ever get a double or shot at a double on that biter.
Yeah, which is what you see. I mean, these people being 50 and over, I mean, that was the way, I guess, curling was back in the day. When you wanted to have two, you split them up, as opposed to what you see on TV now with the slam events and so on, where they're, you know, the Briar, where everything goes towards the 4 foot and it's big weight, this type. You know, here we are, we're splitting the rings to sit two. No double available, exchange shots, try to take your two that way. I mean, I can't help but think that when I sit out here and look at Al Hackner, and he's probably seen every rule change that's ever been made in the sport.
They've had a lot of rocks in play today.
Yeah.
Which might be why they gave up 4. So Quebec leading Northern Ontario 6-4 in the men's game, and on
6-2.
6-2, sorry. And on ice 2, we have Alberta, who picked up 2 in the third end to lead BC in the women's game. So it's 2-2.
Looks like
Yeah, Eagle Eye, yeah.
You're getting the scoring right per end. It's the addition that seems to be. Team Nova Scotia drawing back to the other side there again as Team Manitoba hit and rolled out. And they've spread them out here again with good draw weight. And sitting 2.
Tracy, gonna have to make it, girl. Hard, Tracy. Hard, 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 hard. Keep going, hard, hard, hard. Good.
And they hit and rolled out again. So
Picking up 2 in the fourth end's big strategy-wise. Nova Scotia will keep the hammer on the even ends, or could keep the hammer on the even ends going into the second half, giving them a real opportunity up by 1 to do something.
yep, and as you would have heard many a time, it's okay if you can give up 1 and take 2. If you can do that for a game, you should be looking pretty good on the scoreboard. Mary Sue Radford's drawn to the wing here again. Seeing if she can draw into the rings to sit 2.
It seems like it's there.
Yep, good sweeping.
Great judge.
Yep, back to the wing like it's full 12 foot on the side.
I'd say just a smidge more. Yep.
Try to pull her wider on that one. Just change up the
Okay, she's for a 10 and a half, about. 10, 10 and a half.
Skips first stones here from Terry Ursel. She's playing the out-turn hit at that stone, the 12 foot. Nice, she's made a good one there, hitting stuck right there. So Teresa Breen will be looking to remove that stone, hitting stick as well, exchange some shots.
It'll fall off my slider, but yeah. I hung on long enough. Till I let go.
Important to keep it in the house here.
Yeah, she's on the wide side of that, I would say. Yep, she hit and rolled out. So.
Be really interesting to see. Yeah, I was wondering how Manitoba was going to attack that biter, if they could, or if they were going to, maybe try to corner freeze it just because of the location. But playing the run back.
Wow.
I think we do this.
I don't even think the rocks are on our screen. That's how far.
I can roll on.
There they are.
I'm trying to run it straight back.
They are out there, so I'm thinking it's going to be hard to control line on this shot.
It's just strange that the only thing that team Manitoba Rock is guarding is not guarding any of the rings. It's just guarding the Nova Scotia Rock, which just happens to be biting the rings.
It's okay. It's not going to get there.
Just threw that off the wall.
And her out.
Sorry.
Draw for 2.
Yeah.
A little tight, which isn't good.
I would have been tempted to draw into the house on that side. I think would have been my higher percentage shot and make them hit and stick. Right?
Right, we just watched Team Nova Scotia roll out on their hit. You're right. Teresa's made several draws this game already.
Did. I know. I was going to throw a bit.
I mean, really, over there you could have been half on the 12 foot and been shot rock and make them roll it onto the rings. Really, so. Now she's got a clear out turn draw here to the paint for 2 and the lead.
Sweeper's
Easy,
telling them that it's there, so.
And it is. Okay, so that's 2 for Team Nova Scotia here. Good end played by them. And now they've taken a 3-2 lead after 4. We're going to the 4th end break. We'll be back in a couple of minutes.
It's a beautiful blend of strategy, skill, and creativity. Curling. But it's our people that make us great. We're a mosaic of countless experiences. We communicate and collaborate. We value new ideas and different perspectives.
I like it.
We learn from our past and from our future. We may even disagree sometimes, but it's in our differences that we can see our strengths. The beauty of our sport is reflected in our people and our values. Regardless of your ethnicity or gender, your abilities, your stage in life, your beliefs, or who you love. The rocks and the ice don't discriminate. And as curlers, we won't either. We will be the change that we want to see in the world. Curling is a place for everyone.
The Curling Cares calendar is back for 2023. 25 curling athletes from 7 different nations are raising money for various charities. Support them by purchasing yours today at curlingcares.com.
It's time to experience the wonder and excitement of Yarmouth and Acadian shores. Stay at one of the many charming accommodations, adventure along the ocean coast, or just be cozy by the fire and enjoy some of the darkest and clearest skies in North America. This December, be a part of the action with the Everest Canadian Senior Curling Championship. You'll find all of this and so much more with your special getaway in Yarmouth and Acadian shores.
We're back here at the Mariner Center, Yarmouth, Nova Scotia. Great morning for curling. We have the Canadian Senior Men's and Senior Women's Championships being held here this week from the 4th to the 10th. Feature game this morning is between Team Nova Scotia and Team Manitoba. Team Nova Scotia took a 2 here in the fourth end, so they've taken a 3-2 lead into the break. Other scores we have out there right now, we have PEI over Team Yukon. Ladies, 2-1. We still have Quebec is up 6-2 on Northern Ontario. That they're playing the fourth still. We also have BC is tied with Alberta 2-2, playing the fourth, and it's 3-1 for Manitoba over Saskatchewan, playing the fifth end.
It's undefeated Saskatchewan down 3-1, so two good teams there on ice A.
Yeah, and we have also, Team Nova Scotia here on the ladies' side, they're undefeated as well. Here at 12:30, our feature game is going to be, on the men's side, it's going to be Team Newfoundland and Team Alberta. Later on, we'll be having the women's game of Quebec and PEI. Should be a good one. And then we'll have another women's game between British Columbia and Northern Ontario. So here we are starting the fifth end.
Nova Scotia up by 1 after picking up a deuce in the fourth end. It's been a pretty clean game so far. Not a lot of rocks in play.
So Nick, being on the host committee there, how do you think how is the committee feeling about how the event's gone so far?
Tired.
They're tired.
Yeah.
A lot of hours.
It's been a great event. Like I said, we held the 2017 mixed, and that was part of the reason that we made the bid to bring Curl Canada back here, bring the nation back here to Yarmouth. And Rick and Candace Allright of Miley's Productions have done a wonderful job getting volunteers, advertising, lots of community support. You'll see the logos in the ice. And some signage on the walls, lots of local businesses buying in and Everest supporting. So, yeah, no, we're really excited. We've heard nothing but good things from the athletes so far, and just getting to know them all has been a great experience for me and I think many of the volunteers. So it's been an exciting week, and we look forward to some really quality curling to finish up the week.
Right. And it's great to see the big names actually here. You know, there's some people here that have, even Randy Furby is one of the people here with Everest. I mean, he's a big name in the curling world, right? So
6-time Canadian championship and champion and 4-time world champion, I think.
Yeah, and we have, on the Saskatchewan women's team, we have Sherry Anderson. We've got Al Hackner here. We're talking about some long-time great curlers.
I was watching the commercial at the break there of some of our best Canadian champions, and Carrie Einerson was here in 2017 before people even knew really who she was.
That's
so,
right.
It's important for people in the community to know, the quality of curling that's happening here is above none. So, or above everything. So, really, really exciting event to be held here in Yarmouth and Acadian Shores.
Okay, we're here into the fifth end, and Helen Radford's going to be playing an out-turn hit on this rock that's in the half and the 8 foot that Team Manitoba just put there. Keeping this end fairly clean. Yep. Hits that and rolls to the center. Team Nova Scotia is curling a pretty high clip here in this game, I would say. They're not getting themselves in too much trouble where they have to make, where the level of difficulty on the shots is too high. No, they're playing open draws, open hits.
Right in their ballpark right now, and why change things? They're picking up 2 and holding the other team to the 1 point. So Nova Scotia looking just for 1 miss right here to split the rings again, and they'll finally have the advantage with Hammer.
Exchanging stones here again. Team Manitoba hit and rolls out to the 12-foot. Helen will be asked to remove that stone here again.
Does speak to the quality of curling here. It's going to take Nova Scotia almost 5 ends to get the hammer back with the tie score, or with possibly the score being tied. So. I thought the Manitoba skip has been playing quite well, making some really difficult draws to save their team. So both teams are doing well.
And really, you could say that last end was probably some bad luck as to that rock being sticking on the corner of the rings like that and behind something. It wasn't anything you'd ever draw up.
Good sweeping, guys.
So Team Manitoba hit and rolled out. So now Team Nova Scotia is going with the center guard.
Teresa, look up, look up, look up. Julie, get it to center. Yep, get it to center line. Yep. Keep going. Good.
Team Manitoba's not taking any chances. They're going to go out and they're going to peel their guard off.
Brenda?
You'd think at some point, though, you'd have to make that decision to be a little bit more offensive. I would think Manitoba, even though we're only in the 5th end, needs to start planning on how they're going to score a few more points.
Well, I think part of it that might be the end, right? That it's the 5th end, where if they could blank this end and play the 6th end with hammer, maybe that's when they do their gamble. You know, go around a guard or draw away from it, and put some rocks in the house.
Whoa!
So another game here, see on sheet D that Northern Ontario scored 1, so they're back to being within 3. They're down 6-3 to Team Quebec. There was a blank in the game between PEI and the Yukon Territory women, so that's I shouldn't 2-1 for PEI. Had to wait for everybody to show me the scoreboard.
It wasn't an addition issue?
It wasn't an addition issue. It was a I couldn't see it issue. And British Columbia scored 1 in the 4th end in the women's side, and they've taken a 3-2 lead over Team Alberta. Team Manitoba's drawing 1 with the miss by Nova Scotia. So we're down to Skip's Rocks here, and Teresa Breen's going to be trying to hit and stick with this, with her first. Just surprised, I guess, if anything. I've seen, I mentioned this with Randy yesterday, that we were looking, and all the women's teams seem to want to be playing these wide hits inside out. And Team Nova Scotia, they've done some each way. It's been, seems like on one side of the sheet they've been playing inside out, and on the other side of the sheet they've been playing outside in. So. Don't know if that's a preference for them, or the amount of curl they're getting on one side of the sheet versus the other.
Arena ice, I'm not sure if I haven't really had the opportunity to play on any arena ice, but I know it's different with more curl. I'm not sure if it has anything to do with that, but yeah, you know, at club curling we consistently go outside in, so I would think for me there's more control outside in.
Yeah, yeah, and that's what Randy had mentioned that yesterday. He thought it seemed to be just, you know, as long as it's good delivery, good throw, it's a lot more controlled.
Sweepers have a hard time holding that big curl kind of shot, so I.
Yep. Yep. Yes. Whoa. Yes. Yes.
Team Manitoba trying to replace that stone. They do. They hit it and roll towards the center line. So with one rock left each, we have one rock in the house. Teresa Breen's going down, going to try to hit and stick with that rock and see if Team Manitoba can blank the end.
Yep. Hard. 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 Quick. Quick. Right up. Right up. Right up. Right up. Don't stop. Don't stop. Don't stop. Good sweep.
Catches a piece and rolls out to the 12-foot.
Yep. Well, different spot out there. Let's see what now Team Manitoba's going to play outside in out there. So
I think you have to when trying to roll out. I'm assuming she's trying to roll out, so.
yeah.
Long way to come across the rings the other way. But at the same time, if it curls at all, Nova Scotia will get what they want. And Manitoba taking one.
Yep. 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 Yes. Freedom.
Looks like she made a wonderful shot.
Yep. Should have blanked the end. So blanking that end in end number 5. So we'll be going into end number 6, and Team Nova Scotia up on Team Manitoba 3-2. We'll be right back after this break.
The Curling Cares calendar is back for 2023. 25 curling athletes from 7 different nations are raising money for various charities. Support them by purchasing yours today at curlingcares.com.
Okay, we're back here. Nick Hilton and myself, Aaron Sweeney, broadcasting the early morning game here at Mariner Center in Yarmouth. Watching, so we have Team Nova Scotia's going to be throwing first here in the 6th end. They're up 3-2 over Team Manitoba. Important game for both teams. I think Team Nova Scotia, if they could get themselves to 4-0, would be happy with that that spot in the standings, obviously, and Manitoba doesn't want to slip to 1 and 2. So.
Yep. Top 4. Yep. Top 4. Yep. Yep. Nice, Julie. Good brush.
The crowd just got a whole lot bigger. I see a couple of our local elementary schools showing up to catch the end of a game.
Whoa. Yep. Whoa. Yes. Yes. Okay. Whoa. 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 We'll go this way.
And on sheet A, we had a blank and 5, so there's still 3-1 Manitoba over Team Saskatchewan. Other games are still playing the 5th end. And Team Manitoba has a rock here in the middle of the 8 foot on one side, tee line. Julie McMullen's being asked to hit it.
A little bit wide, but still.
Yep, hits and rolls out. So.
I'm not sure if I've seen Julie throw a hit yet today, so she's curled really well though.
All the way, guys, hard, hard. Stay on it, yep. Keep going, keep going.
Team Manitoba's put up a corner guard here now. Tracy Agonia and Helen Radford's going to be, I think, perhaps putting up a center guard. Hopefully the kids will enjoy this over a little schoolwork today.
Yeah, I think we have a dozen schools coming throughout the week so they can experience the event.
And that's always important for the building of the programs, right? See the kids, let them see what it's like, and then get them to get out and do it. And Team Manitoba hits and rolls to the side. They're sitting one now. They did roll away from the corner guard, however, so. Helen Radford being asked to remove that stone.
Important that Helen stays here so that Manitoba doesn't have a free look around their corner guard.
Whoa. No, no, no. No.
I'm not even sure we have a piece. Oh, just
Yep.
a piece.
Hit and rolled out.
Way too much ice. Ooh.
Sounds like my team. It's an ice problem, not a weight problem or a handle problem.
I have more of a weight problem than I do an ice problem. And then there's how I curl, too.
Gotta curl a pile. Wanda's in.
So along with the 5 games here, we are hosting 3 sheets of the national event at our local curling club. Ice Tech's been down to the club all week, prepping the ice, and
That's good.
we brought in 8 sets of Curl Canada rocks, so lots of quality curling and equipment available for the teams here this week.
Yeah, there's 2 games on there this morning. They're being played right now, Northwest Territories and PEI men, and Nunavut and Northwest Territories women playing there right now. Team Manitoba went deep behind that guard, right to the back of the house. But this one needs to come over here for Mary Sue in order to get there. Did make contact and stayed right there. So 2 rocks in the rings back there now. Nova Scotia sitting 1. Team Manitoba's going to go back around that corner guard.
Yeah, what looked like nothing. There seems to be a little bit of opportunity for Manitoba to get something going here with the outside corner guard and a couple rocks in the rings.
Hard line, guys, hard! Hard, hard, hard!
Seem to be getting fooled here a little bit with the ice because that last one,
Keep going,
I mean,
keep
they,
going, keep going, roll it over.
you know, watched 2 consecutive rocks. One of them missed that guard by 3 feet, and the other one crashes on it. So now Team Nova Scotia is going to go around that guard, see if they can sit 2.
Yeah, and that's a real missed opportunity by Manitoba to score a couple here. That one. Giving Nova Scotia a chance to sit 2.
Yep, line. Yep, line. Hard line. Hard line. Hard line. Yep, hard. Hard, Julie. Go, 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 go.
Just a little bit of a rub.
Good sweep. Good throw.
So that's 2 rocks in a row that have overcurled. So maybe there's something there they're not seeing or just seeing now. Changes in the ice as we enter the 6th end.
Yeah.
His weight was perfect.
Yeah.
Nice.
And the key part is did go into the house, so they are sitting 2 here still. Now we got Manitoba back to playing a hit.
She looks a little inside on that.
Whoa! Yes, yes, hard! Hard, hard, hard! Hard, Tracy, hard!
And they rubbed that guard.
Sweeping.
Out of her hand, it looked a little bit tight.
Yeah, I would agree. So Team Nova Scotia sitting 2.
Skip rocks on their way.
Skips rocks. They're going to throw up a guard here by the looks. And that one that's in the 4-foot.
No,
Put some real pressure on the Team Manitoba.
yeah, they must be feeling pretty good about this. A couple rocks ago, they were looking at possibly giving up a couple, and again, couple big misses, and now you're guarding your shot in the 4-foot.
Whoa, easy, easy, easy. Easy, easy.
Line looks pretty good here. Maybe a little,
No.
It's got to come over, yeah.
little warm. Going to be top house.
Glued right, no.
No, just top 12, but I'm sure they wish they had been a little, couple feet lighter there, been more of a straight guard as opposed to giving Manitoba a hit and a chance to have a couple rocks in the rings.
Good throw. Good throw.
Terry Urso getting ready to throw her first rock here in 6.
Whoa. Brenda. Hard, Brenda.
What do we got here? Oh, she just hits the first one and takes out her one at the back. So just 2 Nova Scotia rocks in the rings now. Excuse me.
Well, I gave you there, so I can give you there.
Looks like she's taking a little less ice here now, Nick.
No, it's
Any well-placed guard's going to make them have to draw a piece of the button. So if I'm Nova Scotia, that's a win for me this
Yeah.
end.
Now this shot, I kind of like where they put the last one. in the house a little bit and have that take away a little bit of the draw and some of the hit at the same time.
Yeah, and if you make the double, maybe the one at the back is still out counting
Right.
the one that they're going to throw with their last rock. So.
And nobody's been really precise on the hits, to
You could even overlap the one on the forefoot, maybe half a rock on the center line side and make that draw a little bit more difficult.
Yeah.
Easy, easy. Can you get a biter? Yep.
A little bit lighter than they were thinking.
Yep.
So walking right over there, though.
Right over. Go, 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 go.
Well, it looks like a good shot.
Perfect.
Yep.
Yep.
Gonna have to throw the draw. She's already put the broom down. Manitoba. Little discussion on ice there, though.
Yeah, going a little further out.
Learn from the first one.
So a 90 still, I think. Me on the tee line, guys.
Not an easy draw.
Especially now you've mentioned about them drawing against two.
Yeah, you could give up one and maybe survive, but three would probably, the way Nova Scotia was playing, be a bit of a struggle to rebound from that.
Easy.
3 down.
It's got a curl, guys. It's got a curl.
She was out a bit from the...
Just Brenda.
She's out there a bit.
Whoa, guys.
Waiting for some late bend here.
It is coming.
It's got to curl hard, guys.
But weight might be it's definitely a little bit strong. I'm going to say Nova Scotia's sitting 1 for sure.
Yep, and it is. It'll be 1 for yellow, steal of 1 for Team Nova Scotia. So they'll take a 4-2 lead into the 7th end. Okay, we'll be right back. Mariner Center here after this break.
The Curling Cares calendar is back for 2023. 25 curling athletes from 7 different nations are raising money for various charities. Support them by purchasing yours today at curlingcares.com.
Okay, we're back here at the Mariner Center, Yarmouth, Nova Scotia for the Canadian Senior Men's and Senior Women's Championships for 2022. So we look across the rink here now where Quebec scored 1 in the 5th end. They are up 7-3 over Team Northern Ontario. Team PEI and Team Yukon are tied at 2. Playing the 6th end. 5-2 for BC over Alberta women. Playing the 6th end. Team Nova Scotia is going into the rings here now.
It's way out.
Let me get it.
And they did put that one top 12 foot. Touching the center line. So Team Manitoba is going to have to go a little bit more aggressive here now. Down a couple points, 2 ends to go. So
Yeah, it wasn't really the time to give up a steal in 1.
Brenda.
Meaning they probably needed to steal at some point in the next 2 ends. So, or if there is 2 ends.
they've thrown up the corner guard. Good weight. The kids down by Ice A like that shot. Double from Team Manitoba. Tell that. The cheering.
Line's
Team Nova Scotia's coming back into the house here again. A little tap on their own stone, but it looks like maybe it's going to split it a bit more than, yeah.
Yep, right over, right over, right over.
I don't know if she's asking for a hit and roll over behind that guard or just a straight draw.
Hit and flop.
Hit and flop.
Where? Yep, hard. Brenda's in, yeah, hard. Hard. Hard, guys, hard line. Hard, hard, hard.
I might take that back, though.
Go, go, go. Keep going.
Yeah, because if that's her hit weight, she needs to work on that before the next draw. So, Teresa Breen's asking Helen Radford here to remove that stone that they just put there. Wide open hit.
Whoa. Whoa, 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 Julie, whoa!
She's throwing a little more weight here on this one. But she makes it.
Way over, way over, way over!
Rolls it in front of her other. Team Nova Scotia sitting 3.
Doesn't move there.
Manitoba's going back to the draw around the corner guard.
Yeah.
Good decision. Probably easier to get behind that guard just straight draw as opposed to playing the hit and roll. So
Lots of room right now.
What's the chances you're not sitting 4 stone, though? You'll have 3 stones to remove.
It's gonna curl hard soon, I think.
well, she can get
On her own.
almost full 8 foot behind that, buried behind that guard. So
KB, that's good.
right there, but it didn't stop. It's back 12 foot. Like I say, it's a untimely miss, and now
Doesn't move here.
Nova Scotia's going to go up and rip that corner guard off. Good decision just for that reason that you just mentioned, that they have 3 rocks they have to remove to.
Queen, whoa, whoa!
Oh.
Yep. So peels the guard off successfully, kind of jams it into one of their own, but
Early here.
yeah, and the Team Nova Scotia sitting 1, 2, and 4, and the one from Team Manitoba at the back of the 12 foot's third shot.
Nova Scotia must feel pretty good about this. No guards up front. Lots of rocks in the rings,
Yes, hard.
making them force, hopefully.
Yes.
Yeah, we've drawn that up many times. It doesn't work out that well. So
Yep, yep. Really hard, guys. No, it's curling really hard. I may not have to. Okay.
hit and rolled out. So
Nova Scotia going to kill the final red stone.
yep.
Whoa, 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 whoa! I wanted to roll. Okay.
A hit. Now Team Nova Scotia sitting 3 with all the rocks spread out quite evenly. However, 2 of them are behind the tee line.
Back four.
Not sure if that'll come into play here this end or not.
Manitoba needs a jam from Nova Scotia to have a chance at even scoring 2 at this point. Actually, drawing around the stone in the house.
Switch and go if you can. Switch. All the way. All the way. Right back, guys. Right back.
Just bounced off the top of that rock, giving Mary Sue Radford an open hit. Here it comes. Looking pretty good, I would say.
Nova Scotia's looked pretty comfortable the entire game, not really.
Yeah, they're curling exceptionally well. Like they're not. If anything, like Team Manitoba's caused some of their own, you know, the half shots, the hit and roll outs and stuff have not done anything for them. Where Team Nova Scotia has been able to capitalize on all that, make it much easier on themselves. And I'm not sure that they've missed a draw yet. Really, as far as, you know, I know there was a guard that slipped 2 inches into the house, but when they were splitting up rocks and drawing to the house, you know, wide side, they were putting them bang on, one right back in front of the other. So, I'd say they're playing with some confidence.
It's exciting for us, being from Nova Scotia, having two teams that are, you know, at the top of the leaderboard.
Yep, for sure.
So am I. It's all good.
Team Nova Scotia's next game will be 8:30 tonight against Team New Brunswick. And Team Manitoba's next game will be the same time here at the Mariner Center against Team Yukon.
Nice wave.
So after this game, you know, here we are at 10:30 in the morning, and it's, you know, it'll be 10:30 when they finish up here, perhaps, and then they'll have until 8:30 tonight before they're back on the ice, so they get a day to relax and perhaps take in some of the sights.
Yeah, the Yarmouth and Acadian Shores is offering a Climb the Light experience, climb the Cape for Shoe Lighthouse to all the teams while they're here. That's usually a summertime opportunity, but they've opened the lighthouse specifically for these teams to go out and have that experience. So good on.
It's quite something there too, because it's a great spot out there.
Go, guys. Hard. Go.
Team Manitoba trying to draw around that one in the 8-foot. They got partly behind it, quarter, but still really leaves a
straight pick.
I don't know that it. Well, yeah. I think they were looking about driving the yellow on the red, but that could come back on this, the yellow here at the back of the 12-foot.
Yeah, and even hitting the outside of the center line side of the red, it may jam on the other one, but the outside biter on the 12-foot, but you got to remove it. That wasn't a bad shot by Team Manitoba. If this overcurls at all, they'll have a draw for two.
In other games here, we say that Team Northern Ontario scored 1, so they're down to Quebec now 7-4, playing 7. PEI scored 1, they're up 3-2, playing the Yukon Territory women, playing 7. Here comes the last rock for Teresa Breen.
Mary Sue.
It's okay, I'm just going over.
Mary Sue.
Wide.
Yeah.
I think she's got that pick.
Is it by the back red though, or by the back yellow? Not fully, but good shot.
Hit and rolled out. Sitting 2. Does the job. Forcing Manitoba to 1. They have a little bit more room on it this end than they did last end, where they had to draw to the button. Now they just have to draw a full 8 foot. So
Same kind of weight.
over on Ice A, we're looking at Manitoba 3-2 up on Saskatchewan. Saskatchewan scored 1 there in 6, so they're playing 7. Here comes Terry Urso with her last rock here of the 7th end. Out turn draw to the 4 foot.
Yep, gotta go. Yes, gotta go. Hard, guys. It's curling hard, hard, hard. Hard, hard, hard. Really gotta go, guys. Okay.
Looks pretty good. Looks really good.
Looks like a point.
Yep. Full 4 foot. So she gets 1, climbs back into this. So Team Nova Scotia with hammer will be playing the 8th end up 4-3 over Team Manitoba. We'll be right back after this break.
The Curling Cares calendar is back for 2023. 25 curling athletes from 7 different nations are raising money for various charities. Support them by purchasing yours today at curlingcares.com.
We're back here. Teams are just strategizing before the last end as to how they're going to play this. With Team Manitoba having given up the hammer there, and they're down 1, so they obviously have to steal. So they're going to be playing aggressive, and how Team Nova Scotia is going to defend against that. So the lead, Tracy Agonia, is going to be going to the outturn side here. I say outturn, but it's wrong because she's left-handed, so it's an in-turn.
You think you'd know that?
On her own.
Being left-handed yourself.
Well, I am left-handed, but I didn't know she was. And
As long as she's over. It's good.
yeah, good guard. Halfway to the house. Julie McMullen. Sure, yeah, they're drawn to the wide side. Goes to the back of the house. Or for me, those rocks always end up in the wrong spot. When you go to peel those guards, they're always like catchers back there.
Hard, guys. Get her over.
There's a joke there somewhere, but
Everything's in the wrong spot when I curl.
that would be the joke.
That's the joke.
Keep taking a peek at the Saskatchewan-Manitoba game. They have 10 rocks in play over there, and Saskatchewan's looking to steal a couple, sitting 2 in the 4 foot with Skip's rocks remaining.
So Team Manitoba put up a second guard. Team Nova Scotia is going around those guards now. They want to be the first in, apparently.
Okay, back house then.
We just
back
spent
house.
7 ends with no guards, and
Yep, back house. Yep.
But they're going to take that to the back of the house, too, apparently. A little heavier than what they wanted.
Nova Scotia will be ripping on their next shot, hopefully.
Top 12 is good.
Intern? No. Intern off that top one and see if I can like get them both.
And Terry Ursul's asked her second stone to go that same side, trying to get it into the house, top 12 foot.
Hard line, hard line.
They're looking to really control the front end here and the, you know, the 4 foot area.
Hard, keep going hard.
Give themselves a chance here to the end. Oh, but she racks on that out on that guard, rolls over to the side.
I'm gonna try a double peel.
Yeah,
So that's a break for Team Nova Scotia.
It is. Getting those guards lined up would have made clearing them out in the next few shots a whole lot more difficult. Now Nova Scotia gets a free rip at 2 of them. 4 foot will be open.
Mary Sue.
Catching one.
Yep, got rid of one, rolled out. It's disappointed she didn't get them both, but you have to be happy with the one you play, the one you make.
Up front.
Yeah. Yeah, it was close.
Because we've seen it here this week that it's lots of times if you go behind a guard, especially that's that high, the rock's probably going to be accessible either turn. So.
Get her over. Good.
Just back to another guard, side by side with the other.
Sorry, I just want to look.
Helen Radford taking a look at the double peel here. Probably the first rock she hits goes directly back into the ring, so making sure she's aware of where it will go.
Yeah, and then that'll spin. Yep. Need to hit a fair chunk of it.
Yeah, so Helen's with Curling Canada, as mentioned earlier. She's manager of youth curling and Next Gen. They have a lot of curling pedigree on this team, I see. You know, even Teresa Breen, she's retired now. She's just in curling. She's coach and volunteer. Says works harder at those things now than she did when she was working. So.
Hard, Julie. Hard, Julie.
Nose hit on that one.
Yeah, that's
a bit of a mistake there.
Got more guards this one end than we've had all 7 put together, which is not good for Team Nova Scotia, but Manitoba must have a bit of a smile.
Lots of room right now. Yep, Brenda, stay down. Okay, whoa. Yep. Whoa. Yep, breathe in, go.
She made it around the guards.
Top four. We're cutting out the other side. Whoa. That's good.
Yeah. Like I say, she went around the right-hand side of the yellow guard and almost popped out the left-hand side of the behind the red one.
Nova Scotia has to take another rip at those guards.
Oh, for sure.
I'm not even sure we have a piece of it yet.
I got it.
Yep, just left the yellow guard in play. Should work. Mary Sue, she's with the department. She's with Dalhousie. She's in the Department of Medicine and Nova Scotia Health. She's the chief financial officer, so I'm sure she has lots on her plate there.
Well, that makes sense. I work for Nova Scotia Health, and I think I've seen emails from her. Now that you say that, took 8 ends.
You should pay attention if she's the chief financial officer, if she's sending you emails.
They weren't directly to me.
Oh, not directly. Oh, we have a timeout here on our feature sheet. Called by Team Manitoba. Wondering what to do with that one guard they have up that is a Nova Scotia guard, but and their rock that they have in the biting top of the 4-foot.
So we have 6 rocks left. Manitoba needs 1. Where do you go if you're Manitoba?
I'd say it's pretty hard not to throw a guard here right now.
Without hammer.
They still have 3 rocks left. You can't leave it wide open, as we've noticed from, the hits that Nova Scotia's been playing today.
Maybe just touching the center line? No, that's a lot of ice, so they're going out wider than I would have thought.
Well, in this ice, you could probably leave a hole between the yellow and the red guards, right? Better to be guarding the left-hand side of that red rock. And
we have an end to the Northern Ontario-Quebec game. Quebec coming out a winner. Eight to 4.
We got lots of room.
I think maybe they're a little heavy on this.
Brenda?
And lots of room.
Brenda, sweet, we'll go in. If we're in, yeah, it's okay. We might as well be in then.
Yeah, so they're not guarding it now because we're through that. So they're just going to try to get it in there, second shot.
Go around it.
In, yeah, it's back at the house.
Keep going, keep going. Okay.
It's a break there for Nova Scotia.
Do you peel
Looks
the
like
guard or you get rid of the... You have to get rid of the rocks.
I think she can get rid of both of those. I think a nose hit, you'd be... To me, it looks like you're making the double.
That's good.
I mean, you could peel the guard, but the next guard's going to make it that much tougher because I would think there'd be a better guard up there next.
Yep, yep, yep. Hard, 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 hard.
Great shot.
She makes it. And roll behind the center guard.
Does that look like red or yellow for second shot?
I'd say that would be yellow. Looks to me like yellow sitting 2.
Yeah. Pretty sure we're number 2.
Confirmed. Here, Helen say they're pretty sure they're number 2. So. Terry Ursul's got to more problems on her hands here now.
Has to get one in there for second shot. She does have guards to work with, so they did a good job setting up. Nova Scotia did make a couple mistakes, so.
But she's got to go behind the yellow guard and the yellow rock and bite in the 4-foot now, or full 8-foot, I guess. If
Just a little less, yeah. Yep, good. Be on the back board. No ad at all. Gotta go, guys. Gotta go.
other games here, Manitoba is up 4-2, men playing 8.
Hard, guys. Go,
Terry
go, go.
Ursul's shot coming
Guys,
here
really
into
good.
the,
Go. Yes.
looks pretty good.
Hard. Right back. Go, go, go. We got
They left that too long, I would say.
So Mary Sue just threw down here with control. So just play control. I like that. Yeah.
Just lots of jump ability.
Nova Scotia looking for a nose hit. That would really completely choke off the 4-foot for Manitoba's last shot.
There was a blank in the ladies' game between Alberta and British Columbia, so it's 5-3 for British Columbia. Playing that game, and it's 3-3 between PEI and the Yukon Territory, playing 8 here in the ladies' game here on Sheet E. Teresa Breen with her first. She's looking for a hit on the red team Manitoba Stone.
Whoa, whoa.
No, 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 no. No, 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 no.
Close to the guard, so it's got to be close. Not
Yep,
close
yep,
enough.
That works.
Yep, she got rid of it.
Manitoba needs to
Yeah, I think it's
bury one behind that rock in the 4-foot. Not an easy shot.
that works. I gave you max ice. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, I didn't want to get close to the guard, right? So
Yep, Team Manitoba's got to draw to the 4-foot here again.
quite know the ice for guard. And they want to be.
Terry Ursul's last rock.
Yeah.
You think you should? What did I throw last time?
Well, if she buries, like 4 foot's open. Because it'll tuck around that yellow one.
Okay, same thing. There's no ad that way.
Yeah. Yeah.
Same throw.
What's that?
Whoa, it's gonna curl. It's curling now. It's curling hard. Hard, hard, hard. Hard, guys, hard line. Hard line.
Have to get it by the rock at the top of the 4-foot or the game's over.
Go, 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 go,
Oh,
go,
it's
go.
cutting hard.
Hard, Trace, hard.
It's close, but not quite. But still shot rock.
Oh, she did get in there for shot rock.
Making Nova Scotia have to throw their last stone. Is it wide open? Not really.
Can see less of it, which is good.
See half a stone maybe.
Why don't we play board here? Play board. Yeah, you just need, like, once you connect.
Yeah.
We're, like,
It did. I had
yeah,
no
just swing it.
no ad.
Yeah. I kind of like this intern. We've seen it a bunch. Yeah. Just go play board. Yep. Play board.
But then we get by it. She's got her own to hammer, right? So I mean, it's still.
I don't think she can see it all, but she must be able to see most of it. Oh, there's the picture there. Yeah, probably a good 2/3 to 3/4 anyway.
I'm sure she'd still be hitting her on the outside. Get rid of it easy.
If you get it online, you get it by the guard, you should be okay.
Have to say, I'm hoping for Team Nova Scotia to make this shot. It's a little chilly in here this morning.
They've called sweepers on it.
Oh, they are close to that guard.
Hard! Yes! Yes! Okay, well now you can
Oh,
Just by.
by it.
Nice throw.
A lot of excitement there for a second. Wow, I thought she must have been all over that guard. But a great game there. I think Team Nova Scotia scored another couple there in that end.
Nova Scotia remains undefeated going into this evening's draws.
4-0, and if I'm right about the score, they would have beat Team Nova Scotia 6, Team Manitoba 3. And we'll be signing off here from the Mariner Center in Yarmouth, Nova Scotia during this 8:30 draw. See you again here for 12:30 Atlantic, 11:30 Eastern.
Yeah, it was a huge shots when Mary Sue there. Oh yeah, good game. Yeah, good game. Good game. Sorry.
Is that you? Welcome.